Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. And birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope you're having a great morning where you are. Where is my... There we go. There we are. Let's see. We got Joan in here. Joan Hageman. Good morning. Vet firefighter. Good morning. Joan Walton. Good morning. Seagirl is here. Good morning. And Stacy Woodson. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you guys all. It's yeah, it's been a good morning so far. And I do have an addition to the show. And I'm sure I'm going to be yelled at for copying because when I suggested this, I was yelled at for copying. I got my gavel. So I've got that for a lot of the court cases. And no, I am not copying the fleas with that. If I was copying anybody, it would be Charlotte Dobre because she's the first one I've seen with that I routinely watch. I do love her show. Grammy Loves, good morning. Miss Memes a Lot, good morning to you. If you haven't checked out Miss Memes a Lot's channel, it's Channel Meme News. Go do that. Also, I don't know if he's in here, but Valor View News as well. I do enjoy his videos. Yeah, a lot of people are still talking about the bombshell, which is, oh, there's Dee Spills the Tea. Check out her channel as well. I've been on Dee's channel. She invited me on and was a good discussion. But yeah. So the big thing I want to talk about today is what President Trump announced last night. If you didn't watch his speech, he announced that he is giving all the members of the military, 1 million of them, he's going to give them a warrior's dividend of $1,700 and $1,717. or 17, yeah, or $76 because it's 1776. Yep, he's sending money to the military, and he said it was going out immediately, which is great because for military families right before the holidays, you have to know, like, for me, this was always like a crunch time because in November we had the Marine Corps ball, so you had to spend all this money on the ball, on your ticket to the ball, your hotel, your uniform, your uh, your date's dress, a whole bunch of stuff, right? And then you turn around, you got the holidays, and also most military people need to travel for the holidays. So this comes at just a perfect time, and I think this is great that he did this. I really do. Um, so yeah, I think you know, look, I'm not one of these people who say, when it comes to supporting veterans and military, most that you see out there is lip service. There's a couple people that I've worked with where it's like, oh no, that person's doing a great job supporting the military. This politician's doing a great job, but most time it is lip service. Um, and I call it out, Democrat, Republican, who does a good job, who doesn't. I've got no problem with that. Like, I'll tell you, Raul Ruiz, when I lived down in Riverside County, down near Palm Springs, he was very pro-military. Um, and he was a Democrat. I did not vote for him, but I thought he did a great job with the military and veterans. So uh, you know, you see that. But a lot just do lip service. But Trump really does a great job of supporting the military and the veterans. I'll say that. And this is just another proof of it. This is no other president has done this. Uh, I would challenge anyone to show, um, you know, another president did something similar. You don't see it. What you see is they might pass a pay increase, which why are we not doing pay increases every year for the military? It's so dumb. Um, yeah, we should be doing a pay increase. And here's one thing that gets my goat is when I see teachers wanting a pay increase, and then they say teachers and the first responders. I'm like, wait. You're not a first responder. You're a teacher. You're not a first responder. You're not putting your life on the line. Our military and first responders get paid very well. They do. Uh, but teachers will use that, and I'm like, "Look, I would much rather see the military get paid better than our teachers." Um, and they're not. M an E4 that's married with 2 kids is living below the poverty line, and they qualify for food stamps. That is the fact that that's happening with our military is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Um, so, I mean, I would challenge anybody out there. Like, the military deserves a pay raise before any teacher. Sorry, not sorry. That's just the way it is. They're putting their life on the line. And if you don't think they're like, people like Kathy in the hate group who said I just was working at a desk, which is partially true. Every officer does work at a desk. Um, but they also like to make fun of my whole thing where I was literally out supervising when the fecal bladder busted. Uh, so was I behind a desk or was I out doing stuff? Hmm. Uh, but yeah, every officer works at a desk, and it's not even close. Every single one. It doesn't mean that we don't come under fire, and there's a lot of cases of that. Um, Government was sworn, retired, get 3% a year raise. No reason why military active retired shouldn't. Um, well, with federal workers, it's not guaranteed a 3% raise. They are guaranteed certain raises, but not all. But yeah, the military should absolutely get a raise every single year, and they should make it to where the military still gets paid when the government shuts down. They can do it. They just choose not to. Remember how bad the pay was when I was an airman in the early 90s? Yeah, yeah. And they used to say, well, the benefits. Let me just say the benefits in the military have not gotten any better. They have not. And I think we're going to either record or do live an episode of Veteran Nation Live this week. And I have a woman. uh, I'll tell you, her name is April Hathaway. And if you follow me on Facebook, you're already seeing me liking her stuff. She's got, but still come in and watch her story. It's an amazing story. Um, she is fighting the government on some real bullshit. And her and I, we've been in talks every single day since she came in here. I think it was Sunday. Bruce, an LP no show could turn into bench warrants and soon to be disbarred and criminal charge by Florida court. Same could be done by Fed and Ohio courts, Lips and 1L. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah. Bruce, it, I think his license is gone. Is the warrior pay only for active duty? That's my understanding. Yes. He said 1 million 1 million military will get it. So I believe that would be active duty because I know that there's 200,000 Marines that are active duty. It's always right around 200,000, and that's they're the Marines are the smallest force. I've not gotten a 3% cola annually since 1996. Um, yeah, it's bullshit that they play these games with the military. They should take it out of like pass a bill that takes it out of their hands. Just be like, no, it doesn't even have to be 3%. I'd be happy with a 2% every year, but just make it. Hey, it has to be minimum 2% every year, and you write that into the budget. There you go. It has to be mandatory spending. My disability through the VA is mandatory spending. That's why when the government shut down, I still got my disability money. So them saying, "Oh, we can't do that." Oh, they could. They could do that. Why is this thing? It's losing me. Um, but yeah, I think that's just a great thing. Yeah, I think it's a great thing that they're doing that. Everyone was saying, "Oh, we're going to war with Venezuela." I do not support a war with Venezuela at all. I I, I have no problem with Trump's actions. Uh, they should be like I have no problem with them bombing to stop drugs. None whatsoever. Nope. Especially Trump. Trump said he was going to end the fentanyl crisis, and yeah, if you start doing that and like you make it so expensive for the cartels, like it goes away. Like and Colombia was the longest civil war on this planet, and it's finally over. And a lot of it was technology. We were able to finally, our military was able to train with the Colombian authorities to be able to use technology to get into the jungle and stop the cartels. And that's what's going to happen with Venezuela. So but I do not support war with Venezuela. And here's the other thing: we don't have to declare war to bomb. We don't. Maintaining combined strength of 1.33 million active duty service members. Uh, hey Skipper, good morning again. Thanks for all the help. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah, Mr. Handy there. Uh, let me know. Keep me informed as to how things are going. I'll say that because there are other places we can go for help. Just these ones I know are very quick. Some of the other ones have paperwork and other things that they need to do. And also keep me in the loop about your disability claim, because here's the thing, like, helping veterans get, you know, even helping them get to their 100%. Once they get certain things, there's special me and Ed, when Ed jumps in here, he's gonna be like, "Oh, I missed it, Skipper." When Ed Scout jumps in here, me and Ed talk pretty routinely. Um, I would say me and Ed, we've ever since he started coming into the chat here, him and I have a phone conversation once a month, and we talk about benefits that he knows about, benefits that I know about. And I do this with other veterans too. There are some who are very knowledgeable about things. And some of these side programs, it's actually kind of hard to get into. But oh, my little man just texted me. I love you, Dad, and can't wait to see you today. I love you, and I hope you have a great day today. Be nice to the weird kids. Uh, I always tell them that. I'm like, yeah, be nice to the weird kids. That way, when they shoot up the school, you can be like, they all went that way. The haters are going to clip that. Still waiting on the Pennsylvania person. The problem he has is he wants to help. He always wants to help. The problem is he has a board who uh, they act like it's their money. They act like it's their money, um, and you find that in some circles. So he has to go to them for everything, and they also will. Are we sure this is a veteran? You know, we need to see a DD 214. No one ever, every veteran out there, never ever ever show anyone your DD 214. The only time I've ever shown my DD 214 was to an employer that was hiring me, and uh, only because the CEO was a veteran, and they were like, "Well, we need something," and I said, "Well, I do." I offered. I said, "I have my DD 214 in my email. I could send it to you right now." And he was like, "Are you sure you want that?" I'm like, "I want this job." Um, I was like, "But you already the information on my DD 214 you already have." Um, so I sent it to him, and we then talked about our service. Um, but yeah, one thing I do ask people is, "Hey, can I just see your VA healthcare card, or can I see your summary benefits letter?" Those don't have any PII on them, and but people always revert to the DD 214. He sent me back a laughing emoji. um, there we go. So yeah, this is the last day of Kelly staying here at my place. She's got her new place. So we're moving her in. She got the keys yesterday. We're moving her in today. She'll still be coming around here quite a bit. Um, you know, she's a veteran uh, who she left uh, where she was living because her support structure kind of like it was all just other veterans who moved away or then started doing things where now they couldn't support her as much. And she was like, I need to get around support. You've always been there for me. Can I move back to California? I'm like, you don't have to ask me. Come on out here. And yeah, we got her a new place. So we'll be moving today. So that'll be good. She'll have her own her own space, and but she's not far. Like literally, she's less than a mile. I could walk to her place. Yeah, I have that here. Well, I don't have my license near me, but my license does say veteran. Also, my license plate. I've got disabled license plates, and it says DV on it, and that stands for disabled veteran. In fact, me and Kelly, we were talking. We should do this as a video. We keep talking that we're going to go to Walmart and we're both going to take the Amigos. So then the fat people have to walk. Because what's funny is we both have, like, I have horrible ankles all the years in the military. Like, if it's, I have, like, I literally keep ankle wraps in my car because there's been days where maybe I just walk a little bit too much, or maybe I'm out doing something and like I'll turn a certain way and I've got to go wrap up my ankles because, yeah, there's just so much scar tissue in my ankles. So, but that did help me with my claims because, as I did my claims, I was like, well, my ankles are bad. You recognize that, which then makes my knees hurt, which then makes my hips hurt, and because it changes the way it's changed my gait. People used to talk about me and my brothers how we all walked the same, and but now it started with my younger brother first. He's got bad knees. He walks differently, and uh, now I walk differently. So we used to all have the exact same walk. Now we all walk differently. Nevada does the license and license plates as well. I was talking to a sergeant major yesterday, and he's moving to Nevada after because he's retiring after this tour of duty, and we were talking about that, and he actually watched the show. So, hey, good morning, sergeant major, if you're watching. um, but yeah, we were talking about Nevada's offering veterans a lot of stuff now. It's very quickly became one of the fastest ones. California this year, they agreed to stop taxing, at least to a certain point, military retirements, but it's still like what they did was kind of like the bare minimum, something a lot of states do. And yeah, it's should I contact Michael Punch? I'm not sure who that is. Oh, is that who they told you to contact? I would guess so if they told you to contact him. Florida bans plate frames on vehicles. That's so dumb. But hey, to each your own. Yep, to each his own. That's a good idea. I just license plate. Um, oh, there we go. That's a good idea. Thank you for that. You reminded me of something. Saw a Florida story about a guy getting arrested over a license plate frame. It's stupid. That is so dumb. It's definitely not an arrestable offense. Um, that was write a ticket, but I guarantee it was a cop with an ego. They claim it blocks the wording on the bottom. It's that's so dumb because the thing is, like I understand the covers. I understand why they say you use those plastic covers because those are designed to. I know it's to keep dirt off it. Okay, it's so that the reflection of headlights blinds, obscures it. I get that. Um, I have not talked to Michael Punch. I did talk to Chris, the guy in Pennsylvania, and I talked to Kevin of Scars. Those are the guys I talked to. Um, okay. I'm sorry, sorry. Which either one. Um, yeah, either one of those guys are going to help you with your claims, and I would get on it as soon as possible. I've worked with Trajector. Um, Chris recommended that lawyer. I've worked with Trajector, and let me say, I've gotten 6 veterans up to 90 or 100% through Trajector. And I have. Um, and I've had veterans who are like, I'm not going to pay a group. I'm going to do it on my own or do it with a VSO. That's fine. Do it that way. Whatever way works for you. I can tell you Trajector helped me. They actually aren't banned. The frame cannot cover any information. The cover is not allowed now. Yeah, I get the cover, but the frame I think is stupid. Like, if you can see the numbers, you can see the numbers. I have a case with Scars. They have helped me with VA abuse. Yeah, yep. Scars does help. Which, by the way, I get a lot of people who reach out to me and, hey, should I give to Tunnel to Towers or whatnot? I'll tell you, Scars, it's a good group. Give money to them because they are a good group. Arrested for a license plate frame, definitely not true since it's not a criminal offense. Oh, Volusia. I've seen plenty of non-criminal offenses of just things that they can write a ticket that cops will arrest on. And then they'll say, oh, well, they got disorderly or, they were resisting. I've seen, oh, it's a good thing TC's not here. Legit, TC would be all like, oh, he's doing a case right now where cops took a child from a family. You guys should go to Minnesota Black Robe Regiment, MBRR podcast on YouTube and watch his videos. Like, I think TC does great work with that. I know he wants me to do more stories like that, and I've got no problem doing stories like that, none whatsoever. Um, but I also try to do stuff like this. I like to have a mix because here's the thing: a lot of people they'll be like, "You need to help more veterans." I do help a lot of veterans. Having them on the show does not pull me in views. It doesn't pull me in views. Doesn't pull me in subs. I'll still do it, but I'm also listening to the audience. I help them all day long. Police vehicles no longer say to protect and serve. Yeah, because they don't do that. Frame can't cover registration, decal, or numbers. That's the law. Uh, well, there is a case in Florida, and Coop can talk about this one. There's a case in Florida where a guy had he had something like I eat ass from the back or something like that. And the dude was thrown in jail for it. Like that's a free speech issue. I can see where that's the intent of the law, but there are absolutely cops who will you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile because they have qualified immunity. They're not going to get in trouble for it. Friends of Veterans, Burlington, Vermont, awesome as well. Okay, yeah, good to hear. Hey, Colleen, good morning. I'm running out of coffee. Um, yeah, Scars is awesome. They're good people. Good people over there. And that's Kevin the Angry Vet, which if you haven't checked out his videos, I can see I've had people be like, I don't like Kevin. You don't have to personally like him. But you can acknowledge that he's been in a terrible bullshit legal case. They arrested him for wiretapping for having his phone out like this. That's bullshit. That's not wiretapping. And Maryland has absolutely violated his rights. He will eventually be successful because he's not giving up. But he has turned all the bad stuff that's happened to him into something good. And that is incredibly commendable. That tells me something about his character. Hey D, oh, what D, you already here. I already said good morning to you. Yeah, no, and we will continue to keep helping you. Not a problem. Um, your life will get better. Uh, as long as you don't stop. We get a lot of veterans who we start helping and they're not ready and they'll just ghost. Now with your situation, you you can't you're not you can't ghost anybody. Um, it will be uncomfortable. It won't be it'll be uncomfortable. It won't be uh yeah, 100% good thing, but you will come out of this better and stronger without a doubt. Without a doubt at all. Um, I'm looking at a couple of these news stories, seeing if there's any of them I want to do. Powerball's up to $1.27 billion jackpot. I don't play the Powerball. Uh, hey, Linda, good to see you. Good to see you. Notice no haters here today. That's fine. I'm sure they're watching or watching on the replay. Yeah, apparently they've had enough. They were taking their ball and going home. But as we all found out, it was the usual suspects. Lurking in the shadows, trying to cause the problems. Just leave me alone. Do your shows and stuff. Don't come here. But much like Lynette, they have their mental illness. Lynette got in trouble yesterday because of her mental illness. She can't not talk about her thing. She thinks by talking about it, it's going to put her in a better position. I'm 60 and ready. What I'm trying to do now is get a group of veterans together for real estate. So then we can all start using our VA home loans to make money. I need to figure out how to play the Powerball too. I can fix all the issues in my home with that money. Um, well, Kanu, we need to talk offline about the VA home loan, about how to use it to create wealth. You did a good job. You bought a home using the VA home loan, no money down. Here's the thing: you can buy a home. People in the VA can buy a home with even a 500 credit score. Um, there's just ways to do it, and I'm now like in that process where I'm learning things. And I'm telling you, I was with a group the other day. They opened my eyes. Oh my, they like really opened my eyes. So, um, yeah. Let's see. Epstein files come out tomorrow. We're not getting all of them. It was a Mossad operation and probably even with the joint CIA operation. We ain't going to be told everything. I've given up on that because of that reason. We're not going to be told everything. So if we're not going to have the full story, we won't even know. Like what we're told will be what they want us to know. I've used my VA home loan twice. What a great benefit. Well, here's the thing. You can use your VA home loan to get rental property or investment property. And here's the other thing. You can use it with other veterans. So you can have multiple veterans to buy a rental property. So like a You could literally buy an apartment complex with several veterans using the VA home loan. There are ways to do it. The guys I was on the call with the other day, like last week I was in the webinar and I learned a lot. This week I was in a call with a couple veterans and they were telling me things. I was like, I would never, like, ways to buy a place and immediately get 30% of the value of it cash in hand. And I know you're thinking I'm crazy, but if you reach out to me offline, I'll tell you. I just don't want to talk about it right now publicly because then someone will try to do it, screw it up, and then say, oh, Skipper gave me this financial advice. I am not giving financial advice. I'm telling people to do their research. But I will talk to people offline about this. Absolutely, I will. Ford is doing a major shift in its brand strategy to focus on a range of hybrid gasoline powertrains instead of solely, because hybrid and gas, fine, but these electric vehicles, not there yet. Not there yet. But here's the thing. I really don't care about this. I want a driverless car. And right now, the only one offering it is Tesla. Skipper gets very angry behind the wheel of a car because I just can't take other people's stupidity. Hey, Timothy. Yeah, absolutely. You can always. I enjoy the lurkers coming here. But welcome. Yeah, it's Toyotathon too. Nothing kicks off the holiday season like Toyotathon. Michigan interim president extends Sharon Moore investigation. Oh yeah, everybody in that department knew that he was banging his executive assistant and got her pregnant. I heard that weeks ago before all the stuff with Moore happened. All right, guys, I am looking at the time. I am going to get going. If you guys want to know, if you're a veteran, want to know about the VA home loan, the things I'm learning, you can always reach out to me there. Or veterannation@protonmail.com. But yeah, I'm going to get going. Going to go start my day. Thank you guys so much. This has been a great show. I love walking away from a show. You know, we have Mr. Handy in here who we were able to help. We have a veteran that we're helping who's going to come on, I think this weekend. I don't know if we're going to record it or put it out immediately. I bought a duplex many years ago with the VA home loan, lived in one side while building a house. So that is how to start. It's a really good way to start, Belusia. But you can take it so much bigger than that. So much bigger. It's a good way to start. You look up VA home loan stacking, how you can keep buying VA homes. And with the VA home loan, you have to buy one. You have to live in it 6 months. So you're thinking, well, I can only buy 2 in a year because you have to live in it 6 months. No, you can buy more than that. You can buy more than that. You just have to think outside the box. But we can talk about this offline. All right, guys, I'm going to get going. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, thank you for being worth serving. There's my.
Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakening at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore, morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore, morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.